So today I want to talk all about confidence. When I first started in this industry, I had zero confidence in my ability. I didn't really have confidence as a person. I was, 28 years old, very green. Who am I to give people advice about financial matters? So I feel like over time, I've learned some things that really helped me in the beginning. But I want you to know, I think confidence becomes a harder thing for women than men. And, we talked a little bit about um, that in the earlier sessions, but success equates more closely to confidence than it does to competency. What's interesting as an industry, we spend all this time truly thinking about how to train people on product and tax and regulation and paperwork and all of the competency stuff. But we really don't train people on how to grow their confidence. And so I think for women, that becomes a massive roadblock. And if we can't get our arms around how to grow our confidence, it's pretty likely we're not going to see the success that we want to see in this industry. So I am, today just going to share some of the things that I've done over time. But I want you to know that it is not an unusual thing, as I said. And I don't know if you ever heard of the study. It was done by McKinsey and Company regarding self promotion. So a man can look at a job description for an open position and they can say, oh, I only got 30% of what they're looking for. I'm going to apply for it. I can nail that job. And a woman will look at that same job description and go, oh, I only have 30% of what they're looking for. I'm not even going to bother to apply because I can't do that job. They're never going to hire me. I don't know what it is about women and our ability to think positively or, with enough confidence to be willing to put ourselves out there. But what it means to me is we often need to have that security and the comfort and the knowledge before we can move forward. That is not unusual for women. And I'm sure you all feel that way or have felt that way anytime you try something new. The same thing happens with performance reviews. If you ask a woman to self evaluate themselves, they typically evaluate themselves lower than a man would in that same situation. So it is a deliberate thing. We have got to learn how to flex our confidence muscle. And so this next slide is really talking about that. And the items that are on this page and the chapter 7 in the book was all about confidence as well. But I want to talk specifically about each one of these. One of them is to just get out there. When I first started, I remember being paralyzed by fear. I think I told you one of my biggest quotes I hung to was action conquers fear. It is definitely my mantra. It was my mantra in the early years because if I didn't force myself to take action, I wasn't going to overcome those fears. So it was a deliberate decision that I had made to get myself out there. I'll also say time to stretch. Anytime you can push yourself to learn something new, you're going to grow your confidence. Even if it's something as simple as learning how to golf or learning how to play tennis or getting yourself to, piano lessons, whatever it is, if you're trying something new, you're going to grow your confidence. I think of Miss April, who is like the queen of spin bike and Peloton, but she tried something new not that long ago and got into CrossFit. And your confidence grew as a result of stretching yourself and trying something new. And I think that's what we have to remind ourselves of. Every time you push yourself and get yourself to try a new item in any area of your life, you're going to grow. I remember when I wrote the book, I just didn't think anybody would want to read it. And I said to the woman who was helping me write it, she was my ghostwriter. I said, who is going to read this? It's just my journey. And she's like, are you kidding me? You have to, you have to put yourself out there. And you know what? You will be honored by that. You will absolutely be honored by that. So it feels so crazy uncomfortable sometimes to do it, but we do have to just get ourselves out there. Another thing that I did a lot in the beginning is find a motivator. For me, it was those quotes. So I had quotes plastered all over my computer, in my car, on my mirror at home. I picked quotes that inspired me, that pushed me to that next level. That was just what worked for me. Some people find music, some people find mentoring other people. Some people, their motivator is to do, say, a vision board where they've got, something right in front of them. I have a vision board. I have it here in my office in Green Bay, but it's just my, the things I am envisioning about where I want my future to be. So whatever it is that you have to do to find that motivator, work on it, get it in front of yourself, and allow that to push you to flex your confidence muscle as well.